Hey there, welcome back. Today we're going to try and get caught up on some other stuff. So I don't know, you might remember a little while ago, earlier I bought a 97 Chevy Silverado just as a run around kind of a beater. Anyway, when I bought that, the driver's window was caulked shut. So we're gonna see what we can do about that today. So yeah, I already cut the caulk out of this thing. Turn the key on here. And if you can see, the window's not attached to the regulator at all. So we're gonna get this panel off here and look inside there. I think the rail on the bottom of the window is broken, but we'll see what we find when we get in there. So the first thing we need to do is take the door panel off. This piece of trim just pops off, although one of the tabs is already broken on this one. But that'll just, you can see the little clips, but that just clips off of there. There's two Phillips screws here. I think there's one in behind that reflector down there on the door. And then the panel should just pop off. This little piece has got to pop off. It's just got a little push screw. Like I said, I think there's a screw behind here. It's been a little while. Nope, doesn't look like it. Right, maybe it's just those two. Gently pull out, and you should lift out the window guide there. Unplug your electrical connectors. There we go. Yeah, so you can really see down here. We'll lift this up. Put that on there to hold it up. And that window regulator is stuck down in there because it's off the window. So let me grab my switch here. That's out of the way. Alright, if you look down in here, you can see, kinda, there's supposed to be a little guide on the bottom of that window and it's all rusted off. So we'll have to take the window out of the door and we're going to try and replace that. I got a new channel for the bottom of that window. It's an Apple part. But that should fix our problem because the regulator still goes up and down, all the electronics still work. So that's what we're going to try and do. Let's see what we got to do to get this glass out of here. Alright, so I've never actually had one of these doors apart much further than this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this outside, or this black panel off so I can get a little bit more of an idea what's going on in there. Further inspection looking down in there, it's hard to see, but I think the window regulator might be bent a little bit. Probably got wedged up in there under the window at some point. So I think we're going to take that apart to get in there and see if we can salvage that as well. So let's see. It looks like there's just a whole bunch of these are like 7mm screws on the outside, and there's a couple of 10 mils over there, it looks like. rods need to be disconnected, and they look like they stay in the door. Alright, so the captured nut that's on the back side of that 10mm up in the front is spinning on the inside of the door, so that's fun. We'll have to do something there. And then these rods in the door, they're going to have to get disconnected from either the panel or the door. Probably the panel. But yeah, this window regulator's not looking so hot. Here, I'll see if we can show you. So the window regulator is pretty well bent. That roller looks like it's supposed to sit right in there, and it's all not great. So I don't know exactly how that happened, but we'll have to fix that. Alright. Vice grips. Let's see if I can get my arm up in there. Smart guy probably just pull the speaker out. Especially since it's so difficult. It just clips in there. There, we got that unplugged. Oh yeah, look at all that room. There we go. You can see, it's just loose in there. That happens, especially on old stuff. But now, did we miss one? Oh, I missed one of the little screws down here in the bottom. Pop that out. Just a little. Loose. This is still connected by the wires in the front, but we should be able to just kind of hang it down there. Alright. So that's probably not a good sign. I'm pretty sure that's probably where this is supposed to go at some point, one time. Looks like something's busted out of there. I don't see it in the bottom of the door, but the bottom of the door has a hole in it, so anything that was down there is probably now gone. So we'll have to address that too. But yeah, we should be able to. Alright, do we want to click this out of there? There's probably enough room to get that out. Alright, let's see if we can get this window out of here without breaking it. Alright, now you can see a better look of how not existent that is. All rusted off of there. So, we set that to the side. Alright, I'll show you the part number again, but that's Napa part number. It's supposed to be the window channel guide for the bottom of the glass. Looks like that, shiny new. So that's supposed to go right there. Clips into the glass here, and then the rollers for the window regulator go there. So we'll have to get the rest of this rusty, crusty, gross stuff off of his window here and see if we can. Yeah. It appears there's some sort of a rubber. I don't know, it might even be an epoxy that was originally used to bond it to the glass. But we're gonna see what happens here. From what I've been told, that should interference fit on here and work out okay. So we'll give it a try, we'll see what happens. And in worst case scenario, we gotta take the door back apart. The glass sits in here like so. And this needs to go towards the inside of the door. And the nice rusty mark on the glass will tell us right where it needs to go. So we'll set that there, and that should hopefully give that something. There's not a sharp edge down there. I don't want to break the glass if I can help it. Some rusty, crusty stuff to it there. I'll get rid of that. All right. It seems to be on there pretty good. We're gonna run it and we're gonna see what happens. All right, so you can see this thing's pretty well boogered. We're just gonna get in here and straighten it out the best we can. Alright, so I gotta turn the key back on, so you're gonna have to listen to the door ding, but we'll run the motor up and down, we'll get that line back up on the bottom. Be careful when you're messing with one of these are pretty strong, so if you get your finger in the wrong spot, it's gonna hurt. Alright, I think we're good there for now. We'll turn that off so we don't have to listen to it beep. And then we'll get that window glass slid back in here, and we'll have to fix that window channel. I don't know, it looks like there's a top piece there. I think we can probably tack weld that back together and maybe get a washer for the bottom, and we should be good to go. So, all right, slide this back in there. There, suction cup on there. I have two of these, so I'm going to put them both on there just in case, but that'll hold the window up while we're messing with the other stuff. And let's see, yeah, so here's the tab that's broken off. That's supposed to be on there like so. So we'll see if we can't make that one piece again, because this adjusts how the window comes down in the front. I think that might be part of the reason why stuff started failing in the first place. So I'm gonna go get this put back together, and then we'll get back to getting this back together the rest of the way. All right, so you can see my terrible weld job there, but it's tacked back together solid again. It's gonna be better than it was, at least. So we'll get this slid back up in there and start putting this door back together and see if we can get everything to work the way it should. Now those are slotted. There's an adjustment there. I'm just going to line up the witness mark from before, and that should at least get us close. And then once it's all back together and lined up, then we can worry about the rest of it. The fun part is probably going to be getting that regulator lined up with the window glass here. See, now you know why I put 2 of those on there. These aren't the highest of quality of suction cups, but they work for the most part. All right. That's on backwards. So please hold. I'm gonna switch that around so things will actually work. All right, now that that's on the right way, let's try this again. Once again, watch your fingers. All right, so the rollers are in for the regulator. We just got to reattach those rods for the door latch and the lock, and then we should be able to start bolting stuff together. All right, rods are clicked back in. Start putting our screws back in. All right, the glass is now attached to the regulator once again. It appears to be working. Alright, I'll go ahead and get the door panel put back on. I still got to put that 1 bolt back in the bottom of that window guide over here. Alright, so now all we got left is to put the door panel back on, and we should be good to go. Actually, that is incorrect. I still got to put that speaker back in real quick. Plugged back in, and then this just and then clicks, and then this piece with the broken tabs, we'll see how long it stays on there. Feels like it's somewhat attached. That goes there. The 2 screws in the armrest. There. Make sure it works again. I'd say that's good. So that's gonna about do it for this one. So hopefully this helps if you have a GMT 400 series truck of, from GM. They made a ton of them. There's still a lot of them on the road. But yeah, if your window glass decides it no longer wants to be attached to your regulator, there's a good chance that that's the problem. So hopefully that helps you out in the future. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put those in the comment section. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.